Let's meet your Minnesota Timberwolves at the point.
A festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at Target Center. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Spurs, things stacking up nicely for them so far. #1 in their conference and looking formidable. And, of course, the Timberwolves, back 3 games. Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. We've got Smith, and it's Irving in at small forward. And for Minnesota, and it's Anderson in at the shooting guard position. Well, Grant, we're still early on in the season here, but you feel like you've got a good sense of these teams yet?
Absolutely no. I mean, it's too early right now to tell. Now, some teams are still kind of coming into their own, so I think we need a few more games before we get a real sense of who the contenders are this year.
Here we go. And the Spurs start out with
Spurs trail by 17. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. We've got White. Robertson is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Smith. And it's Griffith in at the small forward. Here's Griffith. Robertson. And it's Price with the rebound. Here's Ryan. Passes it to Wheeler. And rebuilding teams, Clark, are going to ride their young prospects. But talk about the importance of having those sage veterans on that roster and their guidance.
Kevin, I don't think you can overstate it. It's critical. It's imperative. I mean, imparting that understanding of what it takes to be a professional and doing it with words and example is so valuable and so part of what veterans offer to young players and to good teams.
Timberwolves leading by 19 points. There's the screen for the 3. Good on the triple.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
White the pass to Smith. That shot off the mark. The Timberwolves shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Wheeler, White covering. Look, I'm not sure there's been another era in the NBA with so many fantastic passers at every position.
Yeah, you know, I think it's a function of what we saw going back into the 80s with Bird and Magic and how they shared the ball and were such great passers. Then you had another group of outstanding playmakers at the point guard spot and on the wing. So now centers at this particular stage in the game's evolution are playmakers, excellent passers, and are players that teams can run their offense through. So I think it's just been kind of a natural evolution because of the skill level of all players when it comes to passing.
Here's Griffith. Near the step back. Good. He hits the jump shot. Griffith has got 4 this quarter.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Now here's White. Smith dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, you see the toughness and the instincts of Jabbar. I mean, always a threat for these second chance opportunities.
Wheeler, light covering. There's a screen. Here's Wheeler. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Smith on the wing. Tries the spin move. And it's White, top of the key. President Smith with the assist that time. Timberwolves leading by 16. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Here's Ryan, covered by Smith. To the wing on the left. Wheeler, light covering. Here's Wheeler into the lane. Banked in off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 18. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
I love the fact they've done tremendous work on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities as they've kept that ball alive.
And that one drops for him.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Pass to Griffin. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. The Spurs getting another chance here. White looking around. Here's Smith. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's rebounded by Robertson.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
It's good.
Nobody does it better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the paint. Magical. Length, size, touch. Unguardable inside.
Here's Wheeler. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Outside, White. Smith inside. That's tipped. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Griffin. Great look, but off the mark.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And these days, you know, Clark, the trade for a star player takes a stockpile of draft picks, doesn't it?
Well, that seems to be the one way you can assure yourself of getting a proven star somewhere in the area of his prime. You know, and it doesn't always work out for both parties. Teams typically, in that case, would have to mortgage a bit of their future to get a player of that caliber. So it is tilted towards more risk than reward in most of those scenarios.
Rebounded by the Spurs. White's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Griffith passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Smith with it. Looking to get it going. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And one of the big changes to college basketball, Clark, as you know, the NIL, name, image, and likeness. It seems like that would impact the choice to enter the NBA draft.
I don't think there's any question it's had that impact. Some guys that were borderline draft picks now not being penalized for being on scholarship can monetize their name, image, and likeness and do so to the tune of some fairly significant dollars in some cases. And even if the money is not NBA large, it still can close the gap for a family of a player that might be struggling and could use some additional income.
Smith hits them both.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawing some fouls.
Now here's Anderson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2, Anderson.
And he knocks down the first one. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. You love the fact that the NBA is constantly evolving. Greg, what have you thought of the recent schedule adjustments?
I think the league's done a great job cutting down on the back-to-backs. And also, I like these 2-game, like, baseball-style series we've seen. Limiting travel helps big time.
And that one, good.
A really good sign for them. The work they've done on the offensive glass this half, paying dividends.
Here's Gill. Kershaw, covered by Irving. Six to shoot. High post shot. Issel grabs the board. Issel's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
Hey, folks, sit back and enjoy the show. The doctor is an amazing in-game dunker.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Timberwolves leading by 16. Here's Christie. Good, nice job down low. Christie's got 23.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Outside Irving. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Gill against White. Gill kicks to Anderson. To the inside. Second shot opportunity. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. And then on Monday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. That's good from Shaw. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Pass to Malone. Over Shaw. Malone misses.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Gill. Got it from 16 feet. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
White against Gill. On the high post. Outside White. Goes back up. Rebound, Minnesota.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Kursov. Off target from three-point range. Spurs trail by 20. Here's Smith. Shaw with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
White against Gill. Anderson outside. Inside. Malone with the steal. Left side Irving. He kicks to White. On the wing, Malone. In the corner, Smith with it. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Timberwolves leading by 20. Here's Gill. They double him with Irving. Down low, Shaw. And no good that time. Good D by Irving.
Just look at the score differential in this one. I mean, a truly commanding and dominant performance here
for Minnesota.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ryan. Rice sets a screen. Takes a step back. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Abdul-Jabbar. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And the first one at the line is good. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Good on both. 35 seconds left to play in the final quarter. White against White. Here's Smith. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, this is Kevin.
Let's hear it for the starting five at the center.
Hello and welcome to Sunday Night NBA action here on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Oklahoma City Thunder here at their home, Paycom Center. Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for Jonathan Kuminga.
And during the last 5 games, he's been a force on the boards, really throwing his body at rebounds and trying to grab as many as he can. And that kind of effort has been noticed by his coaches and teammates.
So the Raptors starting 5. We've got Barnes. Jalen Green is out there with Cunningham. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga, and it's Jones in at the center position. And for Oklahoma City, they've got Derrick Rose. Kevin Love out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Brook Lopez, and it's Westbrook in at the 2-guard spot. Grant, both defenses will have their work cut out for them here against these two high-powered offenses.
Get your popcorn ready. There should be a ton of scoring, but I'm also looking to see which team can.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Ivy against Young. Ivy dishes to Banchero. Here's Boston. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
First personal.
Smitty, who were some of your favorite teammates during your 14 years in the league?
Kevin, there's so many. Glenn Rice, Dikembe Mutombo, Ronnie Cycli, Kevin Willis, Stacey Allman, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and the list goes on. One shot.
And you look at the Thunder style of play, very fast-paced.
And because of that, they put up a lot of shots. And their goal really is to overwhelm you and wear you down. Of course, they allow plenty of shot attempts as well.
So for Toronto right now, they've got Smith. Josh Giddey is out there with Ivy. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's Boston in at the 3.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
Jordan against Banchero. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Oklahoma City ball.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Ibaka outside. Back to Durant. And the call will be against Jabari Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game. So, Steve, you were drafted by the Heat, a young expansion team at the time down in Miami. But if you had to choose, which city would you give an expansion team to right now?
I think Seattle and Las Vegas are at the top of everyone's list. San Diego would be nice because I love to travel there. I love when Vancouver had a team. How about bringing that team back, Kevin?
Now, here's Westbrook. Three-pointer. Rebound by Smith. Pass to Ivy. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Here's Westbrook. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
There's the pass to Banchero. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Young. Young's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's good from long range. Westbrook's got 13 points in the second half.
Check out Russell utilizing his range and making the most of that look.
Ivy against Westbrook. Out to Smith. Here's Boston. Defended by Durant. Beyond the arc. And again, no good by Toronto. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gordon, the pass to Westbrook. Young sets a screen for Westbrook. Ibaka outside. Back to Westbrook. From deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Banchero's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Smith. Toronto working the ball around now. And there it is for him. Boston's got 7 points for the quarter. Thunder have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. KD looking around. The rebound by Ivy.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Now, here's Ivy. Following the shot by Kevin Durant. Can't get it to fall.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
The shot's good.
The shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Toronto calls timeout. And here are the Raptors now. Now, Ivy. Players we know get mic'd up now, Steve, so we can get some insight to their talking on the floor, on the bench. How would that have gone over in your day?
Well, you know, Kevin, we got mic'd up. I did not like it. You felt funny having just extra stuff that you had to carry around. But I love to hear the communication that goes on in the game now, sitting on this side.
And it's time for an injury report.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Oklahoma City. He said it was not what they wanted to hear. It's a broken hand. It's tough news for the momentum of the team at this stage of the season. That's all we've got for now. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
I know he'll fight back hard to get back on the floor. He wants to be out here with his teammates.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Thunder. Rose comes in for Gordon. Outside Westbrook. Rose, a screen on Giddey. From 17 feet out. Almost, but it rolls out.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Banchero, that's good.
And not even giving a chance there. Banchero just too quick.
Stolen away. Austin the pass to Ivy. And the foul on Rose. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
And all the turnovers, guys, are hurting his team. I mean, he's continuing to just give the ball away.
Love's checked in for the Thunder.
Kevin Love.
Rose against Ivy. So, Smitty, here we are. Between your TV, your smartphone, your tablet, you can watch any NBA game anytime you want to.
Kevin, it's awesome. The ability to watch multiple games at once is really great for fans. And, hey, we're all fans first and foremost.
Here's Westbrook. Paolo Banchero making his last shot. Outside Rose. Outside Katie. 5 on the clock. Pass to Westbrook. Over Giddey. The Thunder with another miss.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Banchero against Westbrook. Now, here's Banchero. Tight defense on him.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
And he's good on the second.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Westbrook kicks to Rose. Fires top of the key. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Ivy passes to Banchero. We've seen players criticized for skipping their media obligations after tough losses, Greg. How egregious is that in your opinion?
Well, you know, they say the true test of character is how you respond to when things aren't going your way. So, for me, it's important to be accountable in those tough moments.
Here's Ivy following the basket by Russell Westbrook. And it's Smith, top of the key. Passes it to Giddey. Banchero against Lopez. Banchero inside. That shot misses. Westbrook finds Rose. Love with the screen on Ivy. Here's the floater. Rose hits the bucket.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now, here's Ivy. Giddey with the screen on Rose. Ivy against Rose. High post try. fires from the wing. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
What a play. You see why Ivy's teammates score with such ease. They're giving great passes.
Rose against Ivy. Westbrook kicks to Love. Now here's Westbrook. He's guarded closely. Back to Love. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's Westbrook missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Now, Banchero. After Westbrook's missed three. Lopez against Banchero. That doesn't go. He's 5 of 12 on the night.
2 minutes.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And one outstanding things the Raptors do, Greg, they really protect the ball.
Yeah, even when they're not playing their best, they don't give away games with mistakes. They force you to find other ways to beat them.
That free throw, no good. Greg, a lot more awareness in the league about the importance of mental health. Why is that so necessary?
I mean, Kevin, the level of stress now has really grown. These players are under this huge microscope that now often extends to their families. And this is such a highly competitive environment. It is far more than just a game.
Good on the second free throw.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
And here is Giddey. Westbrook with the block.
I like when Russ uses his athleticism on defense. Get that shot out of here.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
The Raptors making a switch here. Ivy's checked in. The pass to Boston. Over KD. Boston, no good. And it's Rose with the ball for the Thunder. Outside Durant. He kicks to Westbrook. Outside Rose. 13 feet away. That shot, no good.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Toronto.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Cade Cunningham.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Now, here's Banchero. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
Into the lineup for the Raptors, Jabari Smith, Patton.
15 seconds left in the game. Now here's Durant. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You look at the Spurs. They're in first place right now with a tremendous record. They're certainly the team to beat.
Checking out San Antonio, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. And for Chicago, and it's McDaniel in at the 3 slot.
Well, Grant, it's the time of year where teams are starting to find their identity and looking forward to the coming months.
Yeah, you know, you're through the initial grind, and it's onward and upward from here. But teams are still figuring out who the contenders and pretenders might be. But nobody's hopes are completely tarnished just yet.
And the Bulls start out.
Bull, the pass to McDaniel. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Schrempf. Rebounded by the Spurs. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. On the court right now for the Spurs. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Moses Malone. And it's Smith. Then there's Allen. And it's Griffith in at the 3. And it's Malone missing.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
It's taken away by Smith. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Allen with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Smith surveying the D. McDaniel grabs the miss. McDaniel's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Now here's Porter. 9 points in the game so far. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
And so it's Chicago, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action in just a minute. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a big concern for players and coaches is the consistency of officiating. Greg, do you like that argument?
It's tough when one night something is a foul and the next night it isn't. There's some gray area, obviously, and it'd be good for the league to try and clarify how they want things called.
Porter is out there with Dumars. Then it's Oakley. Then it's Schrempf. And it's Malone in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Chicago.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
What do you think of the league's most recent CBA, Greg, that 7-year deal just signed?
Well, Kevin, the NBA and the Players Association both need to be commended. Labor peace through the rest of the decade. Most pro sports don't have this kind of stability.
So it's Chicago now. Porter passes to Dumas. Malone with the screen. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Malone finishing it off.
I love watching Malone just use that strength. He's so good at just kind of burrowing his way inside and then finishing above the rim.
And it's White missing. Chicago's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. Schrempf dishes to Porter. Malone, a screen on Dandridge. Here's Porter. Drills the elbow jumper.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
White the pass to Griffin. Feeds to Abdul-Jabbar. Over Oakley. San Antonio again missing. Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Dumars kicks to Oakley. It's Schrempf on the wing. Wants to get it to Malone and does. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup. Oakley's got his first points in this one.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
He rifled that one in from distance.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Oakley passes to Malone. Over Robertson. Another shot. Shot's good by Oakley.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Porter against Dandridge. White. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Dumars against White. Porter looking it over. Dumars against White. Screen by Oakley. On the wing, Dumars. There's Porter with the 3. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Dumars got 6 assists here tonight. San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Dandridge passes to White. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. He kicks it to Schrempf. White against Dumars. Shoots over White. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Porter against Dandridge. Pass to White. Launches it. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Dumars against White. Shot from the wing. No good. He's now missed more than he's made. 4 for 9. Passes to Griffith. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. Griffith can't get it to go. Chicago's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Porter kicks to Malone. Pass to Oakley. Over Abdul-Jabbar. Oakley misses. Spurs have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. A second chance effort, and he lays it up and in.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Malone. Back to Dumars. Hey, Smitty, in the playoffs, it's rare for an 8th or a 7th seed to make it out of the first round. But what about a 5-game series for just those kinds of matchups? You know, 1 against 8 and 2 against 7.
You know, it wouldn't be bad, Kevin. We had those type of series when I first came into the league, but I don't think they would change since we have the play-in tournament. I think rounds 1, 2, the conference finals, and the NBA finals will stay 7.
White, good.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Bulls leading by 21. Outside Dumars. Malone, the pass to Oakley. And Charles Oakley out there with the slam.
Just living around the hoop. Oakley, man, he is a ferocious finisher.
White left side. And the pass to Andridge. Here's Griffith over Schrempf. Griffith can't get it to go.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Outside Dumars. Lets it go with the three. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Second team foul. At the line for Chicago, Joe Dumars.
That one is off. All right, the NBA already has a team in Canada, a G League team in Mexico. Could we see a team in Europe, you think, Steve?
Kevin, we've had games in Paris, London recently. It'd be really hard travel-wise on these guys, flying all the way over to Europe.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Ewing's checked in for Oakley. McDaniel comes in for Detlef Schrempf. And Mullins subbed in for Porter. And the second free throw, good. And he nails the third. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Irving looking for an opening. Over McDaniel. Irving, good.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Dumars against White. Here's Mullen. The rebound by the Spurs. Malone's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
The Bulls leading by 23. Here's McDaniel. And we know that several active NBA players, Steve, have their own podcasts. Players now have a direct platform for their voice, and I think they like that.
Yeah, they do. They want to be able to own their own content, want to be able to put out their different stories the way they want to. They want to be in control of everything that has to do with them.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Andrew just checked in.
At the line for one.
One shot.
The free throw off from Irving.
And guys, it's crazy. He really was a late bloomer. You know, Irving didn't have the big-time amateur career you hear about with some stars. But, boy, he's more than made up for it.
Now, here's Porter. Pass to McCloud. Knocked loose. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And Irving throws it down.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
White the pass to Issel. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
White against Porter. Passes it to McCloud. Back to Porter. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Spurs trail by 19. Outside, White. He dishes it to Irving. Good on the three-point shot. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Porter against White. Bowles setting the pick for Porter. Kicks it to Schrempf. To the wing right side. 5 to shoot. Bowles is screen on damage. Bjelic. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. In the corner, Irving with it. The three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
3 points.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Now, here's Porter. Chicago calls timeout.
Well, let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now, it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Bulls coach was going over with his team. While the team is up, coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. It's Dumars on the wing. White covering. Dumars misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Well, you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Now here's White.
2 minutes.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Dumars. To the paint and stolen by Irving. In transition, here comes San Antonio, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Second team foul. At the line for the Spurs, Julius Irving, taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
That's good from Irving. And so Irving nails both of them. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Pass to Ewing. Shoots over Malone. Ewing misses.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Outside Irving. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And here's Malone. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by 11.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Bulls.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Karl Malone.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
5th personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for the Spurs, Julius Erving. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them to within 10. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Porter. Bulls moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. Rebound San Antonio. Irving from long range. Connects from three-point range.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.